As a car guy, you know that engine management systems are what make your engine run. They're not simple. They involve computers, more computers, and real-time readouts of engine functions that are used to direct other engine functions. The list of possible malfunctions in your vehicle's engine management system could fill a phone book. However, there's a solution easily available. So, we're going to talk about engine management systems right here, right now, and look at the technology you can use to keep your systems functioning right. Welcome to the AutoZone DIY Garage. The magic bullet that takes the mystery out of engine management system problem diagnosis is the handheld code reader. Looks a little like a magnified phone receiver, and in a sense, that's what it is. A code reader does what its name implies. When you see that dreaded check engine light on your dash, a problem in your engine management system is emitting a signal that can be read by the code reader, providing vital information for an accurate diagnosis. This is a diagnostic tool that you can buy and use in your garage. With a code reader, millions of bytes of information behind a check engine light can be translated into a single problem source, indicating which system or sensor has set the code. Using a code reader to illuminate trouble spots in your engine operation is like using a flashlight in the dark. Did you know a code reader database can contain more than 3 million fixes for trouble codes? There are several complex operational units in your vehicle's engine management systems. These components include the throttle position sensor, the exhaust gas recirculation valve, the crankshaft position sensor, the mass airflow sensor, the coolant temperature sensor, and the camshaft position sensor. All of these components perform vital duties in keeping your engine running right. When one of them malfunctions or stops working, it has a destructive effect on all the other systems, and most noticeably, the way your car runs. With any of these systems out of whack, your gas mileage will suffer, your emissions will increase, and your engine will run rougher and ultimately not at all. In doing a routine tune-up, you can analyze the condition and function of the systems with a handheld code reader that you plug into the data link connector that is visible on the driver's side. With the reader attached to the connector in your vehicle, the code reader will extract the code that is causing the light to flash on, and that gives us the direction we need to diagnose the problem. Perhaps the most common engine management component system failure is the mass airflow sensor. The sensor is a vital messenger to the brain in your engine, measuring the amount of air entering the engine and reporting it to the computer to properly adjust the air-fuel ratio. A faulty mass airflow sensor will disrupt your engine's ability to idle and will degrade fuel efficiency and cause excessive noxious exhaust emission, making it extremely likely your vehicle will fail an emissions test. Mass airflow sensors are not particularly sturdy, and failure is not uncommon. They cannot be repaired. When they malfunction, they must be replaced. Here again, a code reader can be used to help you confirm that your sensor actually needs replacing. Another common problem identified by the code reader is an engine coolant temp sensor, ECT. The job performed by the ECT is one of the most vital of all the engine management systems because it lets you know if the coolant temperature has risen to an unsafe level. This can result for a number of causes: a radiator leak, a broken hose, a water pump failure, or a blown thermostat. No matter what the cause, coolant temperature that rises above your vehicle's safe operating range is a threat to the life of your engine. That's why the engine coolant temp sensor is so important. When the ECT is malfunctioning, you might not know it. The symptoms of a malfunctioning ECT are similar to symptoms of the other systems we talked about. One of them will be the check engine light. If the reason for the light turns out to be the ECT, you're looking at a replacement of the component because the ECT, like most of these systems, cannot be repaired. It must be replaced. A third problem identified by the code reader is a malfunctioning camshaft position sensor. This sensor locates the exact position of the rotating camshaft to provide for correct ignition timing. This vital function is carried out by a component that is subject to failure due to heat, vibration, and debris from a worn timing belt, although all vehicles don't have timing belts with cam sensors. When a camshaft position sensor malfunctions, the symptoms are similar to the rough running, excessive emissions, and hard starts associated with management system component failures. With the code reader, you will know from a reading whether the cam position sensor is good or bad, which could lead to replacement being needed. There are various trouble codes associated with the sensor's malfunction, but the code reader can read them all and display them clearly on the screen to direct your work. Besides these three systems, there are several others which are all vital to the proper running of the engine in your vehicle. They include the exhaust gas recirculation system, the crankshaft position sensor, and the throttle position sensor. What they all have in common is that they are essential to the proper functioning of your engine. When they malfunction, they degrade your engine's performance, and without a code reader, the problem might be difficult and costly to diagnose. In almost every case, the malfunctioning component needs replacement to assure that your vehicle will continue to run properly and, most importantly, pass emission tests. We hope the information we've provided on engine management system replacement helps when you decide to do the job yourself. And remember, it's always helpful to consult with someone you trust. For more details on engine management systems and code readers or any other automotive subject, be sure to talk to the experts at AutoZone. Remember, parts are just part of what we do.